And right now, closer to home, Philadelphia police announcing their first arrest in the Grays Ferry mass shooting where 3 people were killed and 9 others were injured. Thanks for joining us. Very busy here at 6 o'clock. I'm Jason Martinez. Investigators believe more than a dozen guns were used in that shooting, and it all comes 1 month to the day when a barrage of gunfire rang out on South Edding Street. Tonight, 22-year-old Terrell Frazier is facing a slew of charges, including homicide.
Shooting amongst themselves really recklessly and carelessly, and it caused all this damage in this case.
Police are working to identify and arrest everyone else involved in the shooting. Our Kelly Rule has the latest.
Police said today they believe one person shot their gun, possibly in the air, and it set off a chain reaction of senseless, reckless shooting from 12 other guns. Now, today's announcement comes on the 1-month anniversary of this horrific event. For the victims' families, it's a difficult day after an even more difficult month.
Everybody just trying to hold it together. You know, it's like we stuck in a nightmare and it's hard to wake up.
A bright spot in their unimaginable grief. Troy Harris says hours after receiving this beautiful donated portrait of his 24-year-old son, Azir, he got a call from Philadelphia police about the first arrest in his son's murder.
The evidence they got with the people is undeniable, you know. That's how justice will be served. It's changed my world, man, my family world. So it's like, you know, we're just going to keep his name alive and keep pushing every day.
Azir, who was paralyzed and using a wheelchair due to a drive-by shooting when he was 17 years old, was one of 3 people shot and killed July 7th. 9 others were also injured on the 1500 block of South Edding Street just before 1 in the morning, captured in this video. Today, Philadelphia police said 22-year-old Terrell Frazier was one of the shooters from across the porch, contributing to the barrage of gunfire. And after reviewing more than 140 pieces of ballistic evidence, they believe gunshots also came from 12 other guns. And police believe it all started with one person for no reason firing into the air.
We really don't have an argument. We don't have an opposing party. They're just firing a gun indiscriminately. I was on that block within an hour or so of this incident. I think every parked car had a bullet hole in it.
Police believe the July 7th gathering on the block was a second meetup stemming from a social media-initiated gathering the day before that police broke up. And during that gathering, police say Frazier was captured in several videos jumping on a police car. They also made 2 arrests for assaults on officers. Investigators say they still want the public's help on those clear pictures previously released of the other shooters.
This is going to come around very quickly, and anybody who has any culpability, we're going to make sure that they're held accountable.
Today, a police car still sits at the top of the block. A picture of 23-year-old Zahir Wiley sits outside of his heartbroken mother's West Philadelphia home. He was also killed in the shooting.
I just pray for the families that was, you know, courting this with my son, you know. I know it's hard because there's a lot of sleepless nights behind this. It's a real message. Just stop the violence, man. You know, start loving each other. We can get a lot farther with this.
Police say they have recovered some guns connected to the shooting and more arrest warrants are coming. If you recognize anyone in that video or if you have additional information, they ask that you call 215-686-TIPS. Reporting outside Philadelphia Police Headquarters, I'm Kelly Rule, Fox 29 News.